Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are back in Man of War and it is time for once again the Warhammer mod. This is the third and final mission that you will find yourselves on the mod, I suppose you'd call it. And overall, I've had a pretty much a blast on it. This mod is also available for multiplayer if you want to play it, so you know, there's that as well. It looks like here we are playing some kind of defensive mission, setting everybody on fire as we go. The snipers are incredibly effective, especially since there seems to be a lot of bushes around. So we can just kind of mill about the place. If we look at some areas where we can send these troops, I think we should spread them out just in case that there isn't just one grenade that will kill them all. So there we go. Actually, he seems to be the commander since he has a pistol, so let's put him in the center. Just as you kind of should. Like, I don't know how I properly feel about this, just because he's right in the line of fire here to both sides, but still, it makes sense, you know, I suppose from a historic point of view, or just a command point of view. Looks like they have some interesting little hills here that a lot of the infantry can hide behind and move around. I'm sure they'll get sniped just as they come over it though. Here we go. Should be able to shoot now, at least these guys. Yep, there we go. And dead as doornails. As I've talked about before in this mod, one of the biggest things is the fact that it seems to one-shot kill the majority of people, every weapon, so it really is a case of whoever fires first, and that pretty much resembles what Men of War is like on the harder levels. So if you like that kind of thing, then this will definitely be a mod for you. Obviously Warhammer is very appealing to a lot of people, and I think a game like Men of War really fits the Warhammer, you know, theme. We've seen it in recent years that Total War has gone down the Warhammer road, and I think it's worked pretty well. It seems to have worked with the sales at least, but they have talked about going back to their historic roots, or at least in some way. So therefore, maybe we'll see a change from the Warhammer franchise, especially since they seem to be very afraid of the the number 3 in that series. Looks like a lot of these bushes have been burned, including the men along with them, but there's still a few of them about the place. We've burnt the center, and the right hand side is not as burnt, so, you know, there's that. This guy just had a bad day. There's just somebody's head over there, I think. Nope, that looks like a thigh or something like that. Yeah, it looks like the bodies disappear, so that's good for frame rate. There are a few mods out there which definitely struggle with that, especially some of the larger ones, so it's nice to see that the mod developer took that into account when he made it. It would be really interesting to play this on multiplayer. A lot of the factions do have very similar units, but there are definitely other ones out there which are very weird and interesting, which is always fun. There's a minute 40 left of this defense. It looks like they haven't really made that much of a progression. The AI have done a pretty good job of just keeping at bay all of the advancing troops. The green eyes is a nice little touch. Also, I am playing this mod on quite low graphics, just so I get a steady 60 FPS. But if you do ramp it up, it looks absolutely stunning, just like the rest of Men of War. If you want to see that, there are definitely other channels which do run it at much higher rates, but for me personally, I like keeping it low just because it's very reminiscent of the older games, and also I think frame rate is much more important as a viewing experience and also a playing experience than graphics. Looks like we have a little bit of a mass in the center and on the left. They're going to have to push pretty hard and take out one of these bunkers, or at least focus one of their forces to attack. If I was them, I would attack around this flank, try and hit these guys with maybe one grenade. Going through the center, there's just too much open ground in front of this, and going over here, it's just all open ground, so nobody will get anywhere near. So maybe getting a grenade launcher, or somebody who has a very strong arm, like around here, tossing a grenade, and then going from there could work pretty well. If not, well, you know, Bob's your uncle. You're just going to keep running in and getting destroyed. 10 seconds left of this part. I have played this mission before, just to let you know, so I do know what happens. It's kind of weird with the flakes, where if you do this, you can see an absolute ton of them, but if you do this, they kind of disappear for a second for some reason. I have no idea why. But the rest of the map has opened up, leaving us an area which we do have to defend. Looks like we have some gun emplacements. We have a nice little tank in the middle, and a bunch of men just to keep us alive. That's always nice to see. We may have to retreat the front lines at some point, which are definitely something to do. Oh dear. Okay, well first of all let's get our commanders back, since it seems like we've just lost the front line straight off. There's no point in them being there. Actually no, I'll leave... Okay, so he just got twatted. Hardcore. Let's actually send these guys back up. Right, so what do we have? We have an artillery piece, which isn't controlled by me. We have another artillery piece not controlled by me, and another artillery piece. We have guns on the bank. We have a vehicle with no crew in it. And we also have a bunch of things we can bring in. So let's try this one and this one, just to see what they are. Because obviously I can't read Russian. These guys are going to be under constant heavy fire, but hopefully they can bring back the enemy. Same with these guys. Oh god. Nope. Run away. Run away quickly. Right, they can also hide behind the sandbags here. If they don't run away, they'll get burnt to death, and I don't really want that, so... let's see what we got. So we have one crew. Looks like just standard infantry. And there's nobody in here, so let's just stick them in. There we go. The artillery is firing though, so that's nice to see. Looks like it's setting a lot of stuff on fire. Let's bring in a 30 cost, just to see what it is. And it looks like, oh, we have one of those self-destroy things, but I'm not sure if they work on us. The basic thing we want to do is try and get this operational, so let's get some crew in it. It's always nice to have them, especially now that they're bringing in some vehicles, so we've got to watch out for that. We don't really have anything that deals too well with vehicles apart from some of the guns we have around the place. These guys definitely don't. But there we go. It needs 14 crew. No way. Definitely not doing that, but there we go. Alright, so... Oh, it's a destroyer, okay. Well, we can use that to plug a gap, I suppose. Something is broken over here, so let's just hit the repair button. I guess not. But we do have this machine. How many are in here? Okay, so pretty much 5 is a complement of it, so let's get 5 in here, and we can also spread out some of these guys. We didn't actually get anything on this side. Oh, we may have got an artillery strike looking at this, so that's what the 75 is. This is one of those pretty useless things which I'm guessing will eventually work, but right now doesn't. Do we have any fallback positions? I mean, this is kind of a fallback position. There's, I suppose, a little area here we can fight from, since it's a little bit downhill. Nothing really over here apart from the dead tanks. Yeah, it's not looking great. This is pretty much hold or die at this point. Let's bring in a 50, see what a 50 is. And we're actually going to use this monster just to plug a gap, so it's going to sit here and get destroyed, since there's nothing else we can do with it. Oop, sorry about that. Looks like we have a lot of stuff coming from the left side. Turret is damaged on this. I didn't realize it had a turret. What is this coming in? Oh, it's some kind of walker. Right, well, let's bring the walker over here. Yeah, the frame rate's definitely taking a hit with all the stuff going on. Not really a surprise. There's a hell of a lot of tanks blowing up and stuff like that. It seems like the guns at the back here are doing their job pretty well. But a little walker should help as well. Look how it dances across the place. That's pretty cool. Looks like it has some kind of machine gun on it. Or some kind of autocannon. I'm guessing that'll be pretty useful. Let's just see what it looks like for you. Oh yeah, so it's basically just a machine gun or a railgun. We do have fire spreading quite hard over here. I apologize for that. There's not really a lot I can do. Right, we need to move everybody out of this trench for now. We can't really push back up to this trench, so pulling these guys back is probably the best idea since everything is on fire. We could bring in some more troops if we need to, but I don't think it's necessary since we were able to get a lot of them out of there. The fires have died down, so let's get back in there with the squad. And the only one we haven't got is this 50, so we'll check what this 50 is. How did that do at blocking the gap? I mean, it kind of did. Oh, we have tanks coming through the center, and they're just blasting everything apart. Okay, this is a bit of an issue. Grenades are flying. Let's see, can you get a hit on him? I mean, the guys who were on these guns... Oh, it's just a normal machine gun, so that's going to be kind of useless. We need some heavier stuff, in my opinion. Supposedly there is something broken over here. Is it this? No. Seems to be working fine. Maybe it has an issue with movement or something. But anyway, the Chicken Walker is up to 7 kills, basically holding the backline. These guys are doing alright after the bit of a fire scare. And on the right hand side we're holding them as well. The infantry isn't an issue, it's everything else. Right, so basically we have another melter tank. I'll just stick it here. The two in the center are doing a wonderful job at holding this. We don't really have a lot of anti-tank stuff on the left side, but the guys in the center should be able to cross over and hit that area. From the right hand side we now have the melter cannon, so that should be able to hold anything that comes down this road. It's kind of annoying that we don't have a ton of stuff. The vehicle is repaired though. Whatever was wrong with it is now working. So there you go. Let's bring him back to the line. We have more tanks coming in, and as you can see, yeah, they're getting hit from the center, so that's pretty good. If we lose these two vehicles, which is definitely possible, we may have a few issues. These are the two guns which actually are holding the right side, so that's good. Let's try and get this tank out of the way then. There's not a lot we can do against the vehicles here. These guys have somehow survived this long, which is incredibly impressive from them. But my god, is there a lot of infantry pouring through that little gap. That means that the Chicken Walker is going to have to work overtime. I'm actually going to push him up a little bit just so he can shoot this area if he decides to. There we go. He is on fire at will, he's just deciding not to, which is, you know, if he wants to be a pacifist, that's okay, but not in my army. We could actually bring these guys back if we wanted. Okay. We should probably bring back the commander. So we'll actually chuck him over here. He can come with these guys in here. And then we can get the guys from the center, bring them over here. Perfect. So the commander survives. And we send another battalion in to die. It looks like over here they're having a few issues with some infantry members, but have pretty much dealt with them. You can just see the absolute carnage of the amount of tanks that have come this way, and they just keep on chugging. They're just going to keep trying to push this line down. When it comes to their infantry though, their infantry's pretty docile. Like, nothing's really going on for them. 26 kills on this tank, 13 on this one, so not great, but good enough. Something worth doing is maybe trying to push up to here. The reason for this is just to try and force some of the infantry back. It may work, we may lose 3 men, who knows. But there we go. Like these guys here, yep. So it seemed to work pretty well there. Hopefully it stays the same. We do have 2 submachine gun owners and an Agrippina Pattern 2 type auto gun. These guys have Mars pattern laser guns, or las guns. I'm guessing it means laser though. On this side we have actually taken quite a hit to the infantry. I don't know whether that was due to a fire, as you can see that happened here, or down to something else, but that may warrant another infantry unit being brought in, especially since there's a lot of infantry just milling about over there. We could just bombard this area. I think that might be something to do. Yeah, I think this is a bombardment, we'll have to see. But it seems like last time it was, so why not just bring one in? It looks like it is. They're not very accurate though. I mean, they're getting there. Yeah, I didn't click over there, I clicked here. There we go, that's what we're looking for. That's the money shot. Yeah, I think that controls these guys actually. The 75 cost. Right, so these guys... let's just put you here. Have we lost the 2 guns? Oh no, they're just ammunition supplies, okay. So we're pretty much just hoping that these guys here stay alive. 5 and 10 kills respectively, so they haven't done that much, but they are holding. Oh god. Okay, so... this guy just got hit by some kind of toxic gas there. Jesus. Right, we need to throw a grenade on this. I know it's already dead, but I'm trying... the issue is, now that they have a line of tanks here, they can just use it as cover as they move up. And I really don't want that. I kind of want that area to be open so I can kill the infantry behind. Looks like our walker was killed. God damn it. Get on the damn gun. Your comrade in arms is dead. You also need to rotate. There we go. There's a lot of screaming going on right now. I'm guessing people are burning. Yep. Do we bring in another chicken walker? I don't think so. I think we just bring in a standard tank. The chicken walker is very good against infantry, but it's definitely struggling at these with these monoliths that are being brought in. So normal tanks will work much better, so we'll use them. This guy has 7 kills. I feel like he hasn't really done a lot. But, I mean, if they get close enough, he can just do that, so... there's that. I wonder if he can shoot through vehicles. Like, if he just does this. No. Right, there's that toxic gas crap again. They can toss that a hell of a way, by the way. Bloody hell. Right, so we have these infantry reserves if we need them. Where is my other tank? Track is damaged on this. For some reason he came over here. Bad show, old man. You needed to be over here. There we go. And everybody is shooting at that tank and nobody can kill it. So we need a brave Alphonse. No, just one of you. Who are you? Your description, human mission. Good enough for me. It's a good movement so far. It's another great movement. Right, you should be able to throw from here. Good toss, sir. Right, let's throw another one. Let's just keep throwing them until he dies. Beautiful. That one popped over. He killed a bunch of infantry members, so well done to him. And last one, which is always the killer. That's some gas. Beautiful stuff. It looks like he survived the gas too, so... wonderful. Well done. Generally they die because of the gas, but he survived. And this is what I mean, like, because they've been able to push up so far, a lot of my infantry members here have just been absolutely annihilated, so... we do need to push up. There is a fire behind us. We do need to push up this group of men here. This gun is unarmed, or unmanned I should say, so let's get somebody on that. And there is a tank just sat there. I don't know whether you can throw grenades or not. Yep, that's one. They are using my own defenses against us. That's 2. And, oh, the other one here has to get close. Right, get up and go. Always the last one which does it. There we go, right, so that should be dead now. There's actually nobody in it now. So it was kind of a waste, but not to me. We do have some men who are pretty much sat in reserve back here near this gun. It may be worth bringing them up to the front line as well, since we have lost so many in the center. Alright, come on you guys. Let's bring you up to here. The tanks have definitely made a path, we'll say. But our 2 tanks are still alive. 61 kills on this guy. Let's just get him up and running. Oh, the turret's destroyed on this one. Okay, we definitely need to repair that. That's probably why they've been making incursions on the left. Because there's less people who are actually able to do anything. This gun itself needs a repair, so Billy Boy over here can do that. And they're pretty much run out of men at this point. The tanks have been at least stopped in their tracks, and on the right hand side they couldn't really get through here. That's some more fire, always nice to see more fire. But yeah, there's so many tanks through here and they nearly made it. They just needed another like 10 tanks probably, and they could have easily pushed through. They do have a sniper though back here, so we do have to watch out for that, this lad here. He could easily take out a lot of people. The vehicle is repaired though. I'm guessing that's the turreted one. And yeah, it is these guns firing. But that is the mission objective completed. This guy got 1 kill to his name, and this lad 12. Okay, so they didn't really do a lot, but they held, which is the main thing. So the mission is complete. We killed nearly 1,600 men and 24 vehicles, lost 46, which is quite a lot for a defensive mission, but as I said, one-shot weapons always rue the day. And then 2 vehicles killed as well. A shame that we lost the chicken walker. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.